It's 1775, and we're in the laboratory of Carl Scheele, a scientist on the verge of creating something extraordinary.
It's olive.
Well, technically it's more of an emerald shade. Carl Scheele wasn't a mad scientist or anything. All he did was invent a stunning green color. But soon, Carl Scheele realized he created a monster. The brilliant green hue contained a harmful poison that could make people sick. Or worse. Eventually, it likely led to Carl Scheele's own death. How could something so beautiful be so deadly? Stay tuned, if you dare. To understand this poisonous green color, let's step into a modern-day laboratory at the Metropolitan Museum of Art.
At the Met, scientists and art conservators don't invent deadly colors, we study them very carefully.
That's because some older artworks might still contain these colors. They could lurk in wallpaper, dresses, even books. Is it really possible to judge a book by the color of its cover, though? The people who take care of art at the museum, conservators, did an experiment of their own to find out. Up close, they discovered a toxic green pigment like the one from Sheila's lab. And there's one wicked ingredient in this hue that makes it truly deadly: arsenic. It's a type of heavy metal, which sounds kind of awesome, but it's actually very harmful to humans. There are other colors from the past made from dangerous heavy metals too, like lead white and a yellow pigment called orpiment. Here's a book of poetry that contains a few of these heavy metals. Unfortunately, when high amounts of these colors get inside our bodies, they don't sit pretty. They attack. In this book, you can see that the heavy metals have actually damaged the artwork itself, causing this purple to blacken. And in this painting, the heavy metals have actually eaten through the paper. Just imagine what they could do to a person. Today, we know better than to invent colors using these destructive materials. But when harmful colors are discovered in artworks at the Met, they aren't sent to the graveyard. We just have to be careful with them. These little troublemakers only become truly dangerous if they flake off into our mouth or eyes. When handling a book with arsenic, even when it hasn't flaked, art conservators are extra cautious. They wear gloves, wash their hands, and seal the book in a heavy-duty plastic bag. That's how we keep those mischievous little monsters at bay and keep museum visitors safe.